Hello. Okay, I'm just going to put on Sarah into the stream. Hello, can everyone see us? Thank you so much for joining us. So we've got Pablo, Justin, and Evangelia. I hope I'm saying that right. Let me know if I did say that right. Thank you so much for joining us. So we're here live. It's very exciting, and we're going to do something we've actually never done before. So we're going to be revealing our YouTube income and answering all your burning questions about how YouTube works, how people make money with YouTube. So get excited. And so we also have Sarah on the line, and Sarah is another Aussie YouTuber, and she does a lot of content around helping businesses and also other YouTubers and creators, I guess, get the most out of their content. So she helps a lot with live streaming. She does so many live streaming on their channel and on her channel. So definitely check her out as well. And she's also from Sydney, so it's quite funny.
Hey. Hello.
Hello, and hi Aiden, hi Trung. Thank you so much for joining us. So first question, welcome Sarah. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your channel?
Yeah, so thanks for that introduction, Queenie. So like you said, I am an Australian YouTuber. Sounds really weird to say that. I'm also from Sydney as well. And I live stream about live streaming, and I create a lot of content to help coaches, businesses, consultants, solopreneurs to grow their businesses using video, in particular live streaming at the moment, and have a lot of fun with it. So I've been on the platform for probably for a couple of years now, and the channel just hit 20,000 subscribers a couple of days ago. So that's been really exciting. And I'm excited to be here to talk about our revenue, because everyone's always really interested in how much money we make as YouTubers, and there's a lot to it. So I'm excited to talk about, set the expectation and reveal what it all comes down to. So I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's so good to chat to you, and you've got some amazing content on your channel. So, I mean, who better to talk about YouTube money and YouTube monetization than you, really? So, and I just wanted to say hello to Million Money Mindset, and also Trung has asked, you're a Marvel fan, are you, Sarah?
Yes, I am.
Really I don't know.
Funko Pop, definitely big fan. And I think that's the beauty of YouTube, is that you can kind of show up how you want to show up. And it's like, I like Star Wars, and I like Wonder Woman, and I like, Marvel, and I like all these things. And probably in a commercial television setting, they would never, ever allow me to display this stuff. But this is my channel. I can almost do what I want. So that's what I really love about YouTube, and the opportunity that it gives us as creators to show up how we want to show up.
Yeah, well, that's really cool. It's very authentic, you can tell you're a huge fan. Okay, so next question, where are all of our viewers from? I'm really curious. So we've got Evangelia. She's up at 2 a.m. So who else is, where's everyone from? I would love to know. So Sarah and I are both in Sydney. So it's 10 a.m. here. I'm drinking my coffee. Coffee. So yeah, let us know.
We've got Justin from Melbourne. We've got Cash Flow Therapy from Melbourne. Pablo from Sydney as well. Million Money Mindset, New York. We've got some Adelaide as well. So all of this representation from Australians. Yay, people, Australians.
Yeah. Well, I'm so sorry to hear about, Melbourne as well. Honestly, my heart goes out to you guys. That, it really sucks. But at least, the beauty of, I guess, living in a time like this is we have the internet to keep us entertained. So isn't it nice? It kind of feels like you can still connect with people, even though can't really go outside much. So yeah.
Imagine not having the internet. Imagine not being able to watch anything and just looking at each other.
I know.
It would be so horrible.
It would be so horrible. I don't know how people did lived without the internet. I would be so bored. And also, guess how much money we make. So we want to hear from you guys. So Sarah has 20,000 subscribers. I've got 3,000 subscribers, been monetized for a month. So I would love to know what you guys think. How much do you think that we make in a month with YouTube? And we will reveal it all shortly. So write your comments in. So
I'm very interested
Yes.
to hear what people think that we make on YouTube.
I know.
It's like,
I'm interested to see, like, is it going to be really low, or do they think we're just like, you know,
sitting on an
breaking
island,
it
drinking
in, like-
margaritas.
Yeah, I'm curious. So how does YouTube monetization work, Sarah?
Okay, so YouTube monetization is this interesting thing. So in order to make money from your content on YouTube, they have a criteria that you need to meet. So you need to have at least 1,000 subscribers, and you also need to have 4,000 hours of watch time within 12 months, right? And you have to be a law-abiding YouTube citizen. So you can't like have any strikes against your channel. So you have to be, as I said, like law-abiding model citizen. And after you've met that criteria, then YouTube allow for you to make money off the platform where your content, your video content will have ads on it. And ads can appear before, during, after the actual video. So that's in a nutshell how it works. And advertisers from companies everywhere, depending on what niche you're in and depending on what business they are, paid YouTube certain amounts. And if your videos get ads on it, then you get a cut of that. I believe it's 40% or something like that. I can't remember what the cut was. It's not all of it. You get a cut and YouTube takes a cut as well. But that's essentially how it happens. And the largest amount, I guess, and the amounts that you make varies depending on so many factors, depending on, you know, your videos, where your videos viewers are, and there's lots of factors. But that's in a nutshell how YouTube monetization works. And Queenie has been phenomenal in being able to get monetized in such a short period of time, which I was always so impressed with it. But some people, you know, how long does it take to get monetized? It really depends on so many factors. But Queenie has proven that you can do it in a relatively short period of time. So that is in a very tough, in a quick nutshell, how kind of YouTube monetization works.
Really great explanation. Thank you so much, Sarah. That's perfect. Honestly, couldn't have said it better myself. And we've got some guesses. So Sarah's making it rain. Lol. Okay. Mitch thinks it's between $1,000 and $3,000 a month. Aiden thinks $1,000 a month. Pablo, 500. Black Belt Finance, $5 per 1,000 views. Oh, interesting. I thought he said $5, and I was like, oh,
$5
$5
a
per
month.
1,000 views. That would be pretty sad. Oh God. And Evangelia, she thinks I earn $500 a month and Sarah $1,000 a month. Cashflow Therapy agrees with Mitch, between 1,000 and 3,000, potential to make a lot more. Justin thinks the Social Blade website says 135 for Queenie and Sarah 400. Interesting. We're using the stats. Who's going to be the closest? We'll see. We will soon find out.
Yep. So we should probably also say that whilst we will be showing you guys our revenue, we're not allowed to show you our CPM. That's against YouTube's terms. So we will show you inside our analytics, but we can't show you our exact CPM because we're not allowed to. Because we don't want YouTube or myself to get, Queenie or myself to get demonetized. So we're playing by the rules as law-abiding YouTube citizens.
Exactly. And we just have 2 more questions to go before we actually jump into the revenue, because I think it's important to just understand how it all works, because I didn't know until I started YouTube. So I hope it's helpful for you guys. So another question, how can you get monetized on YouTube? You already discussed this, but do you also have any tips on how to get monetized faster?
I think it's a combination of creating content and being focused with your content. I see with your channel, Queenie, you are extremely focused on creating content in the finance niche. And I think that's one reason why you got monetized so quickly. You're able to be really consistent and provide your audience with content that they'll watch, you know, video after video after video. Whereas if you were doing a bit of finance and you were doing a bit of gardening, or you were doing a bit of travel, like that may not be so like refined and focused. But I think it's choosing a category and pick and staying focused and creating lots of content in that actual category. Because I see lots of YouTubers when they get started, they're so excited to be on the platform, and, you know, they vlog on one hand and then they talk about, you know, walking, exercise on one hand, and then they talk about business, and it's so sporadic, and it's like the viewers don't really know what the channel is about, and YouTube doesn't know what the channel is about in order to promote their content or surface their content in search. So I think one of the strategies to getting monetized quickly is to be focused on your content and understand like which niche you're actually going after and create the content on that. So that's probably one of the biggest strategies. And the second part, I think people are always looking for hacks. How can I get monetized quickly? And I get it, because creating video is a lot of work, right? But there's also a component where it's like you just have to grind it out. You just have to create good content, keep creating it. I see people post 3 videos and going, oh, I didn't get monetized, I don't have any views. It's like, yeah, because you've got 3 videos. You need to create more. You need to give YouTube, the algorithm and the AI, like more data in order to understand what your channel is about. So it's all about the content at the end of the day, making really good content and being really focused and being phenomenally consistent like Queenie is.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I totally agree. It's sometimes a bit hard because as people, we all have different interests, and it's like, you might like finance, but you might like something else, and you want to be like, oh, I'm going to talk about this because I like this. But yeah, I think when it comes to YouTube, it's good to have your niche and what you talk about and what people know you for. And then you can always start a second channel once you start building up a big audience. So let's get into why everybody's here and actually reveal our income. Super exciting. Okay, so I will go first, and I'm going to share my screen. I'm nervous. I haven't done this before. So
I know. I've never shown this before in my few years on YouTube, and now Queenie's convinced me to do it. So
okay. Okay, so here are my analytics, and I can't go into the revenue tab because we're not allowed to show our CPM. I didn't know this, but I will never show it now that I know this. But yeah, so basically 28 days made $378.42, which is actually not too bad. I thought that it would be a lot less for my first month, and it's actually been a little bit over, like, yeah, I think in total it's been like $422. So not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that overall. Obviously, it's not enough to,
live off.
But yeah, I'm not going to quit my day job. I still need to, I think, build this up. But I think, for a start, it's pretty good. So who was the closest? Let's see.
Pablo guessed pretty close, but I think he's biased.
Yeah, and I think also Evangelia. So that's really cool. Yay, $500, pretty close. So good job, guys. So yeah, is there anything else really to share? Maybe Sarah, you can share your YouTube income now.
All right. I've never done this before. Now I'm feeling like, okay, let me see. All right. Sorry, this is always the clumsy part of.
I know.
Is it showing my screen now?
No. Oh, wait, I need to add it. Sorry.
Oh, there we go. Right. All right. So in the last 28 days, I made $945.64 on the channel. That was the last 28 days. And then in the last 90 days, I made $3,142. So I think we had a couple of good guesses. It's about $1,000 a month that it's been for the last few months, and that's been pretty consistent for this year. So yeah, we had some pretty good close guesses, and I'm really impressed that Queenie's making like $300-400 after her first month, and at 3,000. So that's really cool. And it's such an interesting thing, right? Because my channel just hit 20,000, but I know channels that are smaller than me that make more, and I know channels that are larger than me that make less. So it really depends on which niche you're in, and it's why we're not allowed to show our CPM, because there are so many variables that come into play, but we're allowed to show, how much we make, just not the CPM, actual CPM.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And hello, Suyin. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for jumping on. It must be really early in Malaysia, so appreciate it. But yeah, it's so true. I think that's the thing with YouTube. It really depends on the content that you have and how much money you can make with it. So I think, yeah, sometimes it can be a bit disheartening because there might be some people that are making a lot more for a lot less views, but yeah, it's very interesting. And congratulations, that's a really decent like income and a really decent like side hustle income. So
Yeah, it's
you're
interesting.
doing well with it.
Thank you. And it's like, it's really exciting because some people are like, oh, you only make 1,000 a month. I'm like, well, did you make 1,000 a month from like your videos? No, I'm kind of like anything that I make from the channel is a bonus. I don't consider it, like you, I can't live off 1,000 a month. That wouldn't cover my house payments and like the food that I need to eat, but it's some nice income that, allows me to do other things and pursue my creative business things. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's a decent income for, I guess, doing something that you love,
Absolutely.
because like it can be, the way that I see it is like it's really fun. We enjoy doing it. So it doesn't feel like work, and it's kind of like a bonus, the money. And Evangelia says, what are we going to do with the money? What do you personally do with your YouTube money? I'm curious.
With my YouTube money, it probably goes back into the business because I also, what a nice segue, in addition to having my YouTube channel as a revenue source, I also have my digital product. So I sell a course about live streaming, and it goes back into that. And I also have a team that helps me. So I have a team that helps me with the admin and the managing of my social media and monitoring YouTube. So it goes back into paying them and, helping to grow the business as well. So I don't get to play, have a money fight and money dance, raining money with all of it, but it does help to, help me pursue and grow the business.
Yeah, absolutely. Same here with me. Like all the money that I make, I don't actually spend it. It goes into my business account, and I just like leave it there. And if I have business purchases to make, then I just use that money for that.
Mm-hmm.
But then, I just leave it there because like otherwise, I don't know. Yeah, you can really, I don't know, lose your money really quickly when you start to kind of spend it. So I don't like to spend it unless I have an actual business purchase to make. And it's good to just keep in there for tax purposes as well, because sometimes that can be a bit of a surprise when you get your tax bill for your business.
Yeah, so that's the other thing people don't know. It's like, yes, we, made $400 and $1,000, but we don't get to keep all of that. That still gets taxed. We still have to declare that as income. We still, there's no hiding that revenue. Like we still declare that as income and pay tax on that as well. So it's not all money dance.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Well, it's interesting because, there's lots of, is that a question? Am I jumping the gun about different ways of making money with YouTube?
Yes, let's do that.
Sorry. I got overexcited.
So let's different ways to make money with YouTube. And I also did want to call out a couple of the comments. So Black Belt Finance, $10 to $15 per 1,000 views. Very good maths. That was really quick because I haven't even calculated that. So you're on it. Love that. And Mitch, how many hours per week do you think you're investing into your channel? A lot.
Ooh, a lot.
God, I don't even want to count the hours because I'm just like, but at the same time, I really enjoy it. So it doesn't feel like work. So
yeah, definitely.
Nice. What about you?
I think that's the same. Like, I don't want to count the hours because I also have my team who help me do stuff as well. So if I had to count their hours, it'd probably be a little bit sad and at that $5 an hour mark. But it's a labor of love, right? You get to do something that you love and you get to make money doing it as well. So that's, the upside of it all.
Exactly. And Sue Yin, so it's only 8:19 a.m. right now, editing a video, and it's so nice to have great content to watch while on this figurative editing train. You ladies are doing amazing. Oh, thank you so much. And you too, Sue Yin. It's great to collab with you and lovely to meet you. You have awesome content on your channel. And Cashflow Therapy says, keep it up, girls. That income amount will only keep growing in the future. Thank you so much. We really hope so. But like we said, we enjoy it anyway, so it's a bonus for us. So maybe now let's get into what are the other ways you can make money with your YouTube channel, because I think this is interesting because yes, the ad revenue is one part of it, but then there are so many other ways that you can also make money with YouTube. So would you like to explain, Sarah?
Yeah, so I think everyone gets really caught up on YouTube ad revenue, right? But as you've seen that it's not massive. And for the most part, it won't be massive until you become a massive channel with massive viewers. So for the rest of us, how do we actually leverage YouTube? One of the ways that I leverage YouTube is with affiliate marketing. So if you see on my channel, I promote and do a lot of tutorials on Canva. And I do that because I definitely love their tool and them as a business and what they offer. But I'm also an affiliate. So I get commission based off when people sign up via my link. And that's been a really good additional revenue generator, where I can drive traffic from my YouTube videos to via my affiliate link. And it's not just Canva. So there's lots of different software providers. Canva and Vado do it as well. Lots of different affiliate programs for both software and products that you can generate revenue from. And I don't have a fancy graph because I'm not allowed to go into the details of all of them all, but probably from my affiliate commission alone, that's another $1,000 a month. From YouTube, there's a secondary thing where people find my YouTube videos where they're looking up a product review, they're looking up tutorials, or they're looking up a software review. And then if they sign up under my link, I get a cut. And it varies depending on the actual provider, but that's been a really lucrative one, particularly in the software space. So that's probably another revenue source that people may not be aware of, but it's definitely out there and quite easy to kind of leverage as well. So how do you also make money from your channel, Queenie?
Interesting. Yeah, I think affiliates is a great one. Same here with affiliates. So I only do like to talk about products that I personally use and actually believe in after doing my own research. Yep. And I want to make sure that it's completely authentic, that I'm not just pushing some product because it has a good affiliate bonus. Like, it's not like that at all. I would rather not push anything if it was a bad product. So yeah, like there are some good sign-up bonuses for 86,400, for example, is the bank that I switched to and the bank that I like. And the great thing about it is, like, when my subscribers sign up, they get $20. I also get $20. So it's, I think it's like a win-win situation. And there are so many things like that as well. Like, there are so many different ways that you can make money through YouTube. It's just about being creative with it, really. A lot of other people create courses and things like that. So maybe one day in the future, something that we could do personally. And I would actually, while everyone's here, I would love to know. I had this idea the other day, and I was thinking, because I love interviewing people, meeting new people, and learning about how different businesses operate. And I was thinking of doing some, I guess, like live events type thing, because we're all at home. We have time, and it would be cool to get a few like really good speakers on like a live kind of like stream, and they could present to us and things like that. Would you guys be interested in attending some of those if I were to start setting them up and creating them? Let me know in the comments. And also, like, if you are interested, who would you like me to invite on the channel as well? Because I think that I want to start doing more of these. In my day job, I work in marketing, so I normally plan events anyway, like digital events. So I think it could be a cool way to, engage with you guys more, provide more value. So let me know.
That's exciting.
We've got some more questions. So Jaden asked, how long did it take from your first video to get monetized, and how many videos did you post between then? Would you like to go first, Sarah?
So I wasn't as diligent as Queenie. So it was probably for me 2 years from when I started the channel to getting monetized, because when I first started, I posted like one video every 3 months. It was, then I'd do a burst of 4 videos. It wasn't until I got serious about it, where I was creating content consistently, that the views happened and like I met the criteria for monetization. I'd probably say for me, it was about 50 videos. I can't remember exactly, but it was about that 50 video mark where, I was getting the views and I was getting the watch time and the traffic, that monetization happened for me.
Yeah, well, I think, it's hard sometimes, like, to build up that momentum. And then once you kind of have all your ducks in a row and you've got that momentum building up, then it can be a lot easier, I think. Thanks for sharing. For me, it took 6 months. And I think that in that 6 months, I was really able to refine the process. And I'm also super lucky because my boyfriend actually helps me. So it's not just me. I'm not just one person doing all the YouTube stuff. He's also like, he's my partner in this YouTube channel. So we work on it together, and he edits all of the videos. So yeah, I'm very lucky in that sense, that's how I'm able to produce so many videos while still having a full-time job. And okay, so Mitch says he has to go. Bye, Mitch. I'm not sure if you're still here, but if you are, see, bye. And Evangelia ask for Graham Stephan. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. He's like such a big YouTuber. Do you know Graham Stephan or Sarah?
No, I don't. No.
Oh, okay. He's like a really big finance YouTuber.
Oh.
Soon says like, sounds cool. A great event would provide massive value. Thank you. I think, yeah, it'll be exciting. And Slick AU, how did you come up with a constant stream of content, new ideas for your video? Great stream, by the way. Yeah, this one's hard. Do you have an answer to this question, Sarah?
I do. I get this question all the time. And I think it really comes down to being able to solve problems for your actual audience. And a step before that is understanding who your niche and audience is. And once you've done that, then you'll see that they've got so many problems. Like you, like I, everyone's got problems, 99 problems, right? And once you understand that, then creating content isn't difficult because you can have different viewpoints helping people solve those problems in the videos, whether it's, a review, whether it's a strategy video, whether it's a tutorial. That's probably how I come up with ideas. And then I validate it using keyword research. So whether it's using the YouTube tools such as TubeBuddy or VidIQ, and also the Google Keyword Planner. So I think about the problems that my audience has, and then after I'm able to do that, then I validate whether or not this is worth doing a video on with actual data. So, don't make complete decisions based on emotions. Use some data to back up that as well.
Yeah, that's really cool. I think keyword research is really important. And yeah, I think sometimes it can be difficult to think of new ideas, but what I'm trying to do now with the channel is I used to focus a lot on what other people were doing, and I'm like, oh, this person did this and that worked really well. I'm going to do a similar video, and then it doesn't work because it doesn't really come from me. It wasn't my idea to begin with. So what I've tried to do now is I'll just go through all of my previous videos and look at the ones that performed well, and then I'll do a similar video-ish on another topic. So yeah, in that way, it's kind of like a sequel to the first video. So if my audience likes a video about, I don't know, for example, like buying my first home, then I'm going to do another video about something else about home ownership because I think people like that. So I think sometimes that can be cool because there are so many different ways that you can look at, I guess, an idea or a topic, and if you already kind of know what's already working, it's really easy to come up with ideas that are kind of like similar to the ones that you already have and know are going to work. So yeah, that's my personal thing. And yeah, so far it seems to be going pretty well. So we'll see how we go. And let me know in the comments as well if you have any video ideas that you'd like me to do, because I would love to hear from you.
I think it's interesting that you say that because particularly when you're new, you have a habit of seeing what other people in your space are doing and thinking, oh my goodness, they got so many views from that. If I did one on that, it must do well as, it must be successful as well. And then you don't take into account the fact that they're a bigger channel than you and they will get views and they will get, engagement differently than you as a small channel. So when you're just copying other people without, the understanding YouTube, without understanding keywords, without understanding content, then that's not going to lead to your success. It really is keep your eyes on your own work, just focus on your own channel. And if you keep looking at other channels, it will drive you insane because no one can figure out exactly definitively why YouTube shows views to some videos and not to others. So I think that's a key thing to note as well, that, yes, look at others for inspiration, look at others for research, but don't, get too obsessed on what others are doing and copy them.
Yeah, exactly. Because then it's like, you're just going to be a bad version of that channel. Like there's no reason for someone to watch your content because it's just like, oh, just 2 steps behind that other person all the time. Yeah. And David says, very good strategy. YouTube loves that approach. Thank you, David. And MB, have you considered paying for YouTube advertising to grow your channel quicker? Have you, Sarah?
No, I haven't. So this is a question I get all the time. It's like, oh, I really want to reach that, watch time count and that view count. Should I just throw money at it? And I think no. I think if you do that, you're not actually going to get the results that you want because you don't go through the motions of getting clear on the content that you should be creating, the audience that you want to build, and what your audience respond to. So I'm kind of for new people just getting started in the space, I don't think it's the right thing to do. I think you need to be focusing on your content. And I get the seduction of, if I throw money at it, it will fix it. But the truth is it won't. It really won't, because you still won't get that watch time. Just because you're throwing views at it, money to get views at it, doesn't mean you'll get the watch time. So that's something that I don't recommend as a strategy to grow the channel quicker. Let it be organic for YouTube.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I think, yeah, especially at the beginning. But I'm in digital marketing, so I do a lot of Facebook, Instagram ads, and YouTube ads sometimes. So I do see that there could be a way to, I guess, spend a bit of money on advertising if you have like something like a clear objective or something like that. So for example, I wouldn't post my video on YouTube just to get more views, because I think, like you said, like it's not authentic, it's not real views, and like they're not like totally authentic. But if maybe I had something to promote, like, I don't know, like an ebook or something like that, maybe I would consider doing Facebook or Instagram or YouTube ads or something like that to promote for a specific purpose. Or if I maybe did my event and I wanted people to sign up to it, then maybe I would do some advertising there. So I think it can be a great way to build an audience. But I think, yeah, you have to be careful in the way that you do it, because you don't want it to be totally like, you're just paying for all of your views and you're not actually getting your real data from like the people that haven't paid to watch your video. So yeah, I guess we should be careful with that. So are there any other questions from any other final tips that you'd like to share with our audience about YouTube? And by the way, we're going to wrap up this live stream in about 5 minutes. So make sure you get your questions in. If you have any more questions about YouTube money, how we make money on YouTube, or anything that you'd just like to ask Sarah and I, let us know in the comments. So yeah, any final pieces of advice to share, Sarah?
I think the final piece of advice, it's probably the big thing is start with what you have. So a lot of times when people are like, oh, I want to get started on YouTube, but I don't know, what I need. Start with what you have. Most people have a phone. Most people have a webcam. Don't think it needs to be perfect. You just need to start so that you can then go on the journey of then figuring out, all right, now that I'm creating video, how do I optimize it? What content should I be creating? So the first piece of advice is just to start. And the second piece of advice is to kind of enjoy the journey, right? Because there's a lot of work that goes behind it. And if you're not creating content that you enjoy doing, like, why are you even doing this? Why are you spending all of this time and energy trying to grow on YouTube if you don't enjoy it? So, I think don't lose sight of the fact that it's meant to be fun, like that's the whole point. That's the whole point of this YouTube system, is that we get to do it our way. So yeah, that's probably my big piece of advice, is to really enjoy the journey.
Oh yeah, that's so true. I love that. And Black Belt Finance, I think he also really likes that point as well. I think it's so important to make videos that you're actually passionate about and that you enjoy making, because if you're just stuck in this rabbit hole of comparing yourself to other people, comparing your content and your growth to other people, it's not as fun. So yeah, I completely agree with that point. And I would love to know, oh, sorry, go on.
I was going to say, and I think just also, it's a journey, right? So if you start doing videos on a topic and then you don't enjoy it, you can always pivot. You can always change. When I first started, I was doing a lot of WordPress tutorials, and I got to the point where I was on another channel where I was like, if I do another WordPress tutorial, I'm going to cry. I just cannot do this anymore. I need to do it on another area, and that's fine. That's fine. I get to choose. I get to see what I like, and then I get to change if I want to as well. So I think, just understand that you can pivot, and you can change around, and you're not stuck on one thing. I'm sure Queenie won't do it, but I'm very sure if you suddenly got sick of finance, you could change to something else as well, whether it's on another channel or, some other path that you choose to do, but you get to choose how you do this. So yeah.
Exactly, completely agree. And let us know in the comments, have you guys thought about starting a YouTube channel, or do you have a YouTube channel? Because we would love to know. But I'm also totally agree with you on that, because I think, that for me, your WordPress tutorials are probably my stock videos. I know I like researching stocks, but sometimes if I'm just too much researching stocks, it's really boring, and I really did feel like I was going to cry sometimes because I'm like, so many numbers, and then I realized, like, why am I doing this? I'm not having fun. Like, I should just be making content that I actually enjoy. And yeah, completely agree with you there. So I think, yeah, biggest takeaway, do stuff you enjoy and it won't feel like work. And yeah, I don't think we have any more questions. Let me just check on the live and see if there are any other ones that aren't showing up because there's a bit of a lag. No, I think we're good. So thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for coming onto the live stream, everybody. It's been amazing, and I hope you got something out of this. And thank you so much, Sarah, for coming onto the channel.
Oh, I am so grateful to for inviting me to be here. It was so fun, and first time I exposed myself on YouTube. So maybe we'll do this again. Let us know if you want us to do this again in a couple of months and show maybe other income, amounts and streams. So let us know if you want us to do this again. This would be interesting to touch base again in a couple of months.
Yeah, for sure. I think like different income streams and affiliates and things like that could be interesting. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. And thank you, Investing with Frank, Evangelia, David, Black Belt Finance. Thank you so much for sticking around. I'll see you guys.
See you guys.
And by the way, check out Sarah's channel. You can click through in the link in the description. See ya.
See ya. Bye.